We're
Yeah.
live. Oh. Is that your creaking door effect? Are you practicing doing Foley?
Yes, yes.
Are
I
you
think
you're
that's
becoming a
part of our
Foley
show now.
artist? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I mean,
and
either one
then
beforehand, you were like, and
I
then she walked in and hit thumped her
yeah,
head.
bump, 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 bump. It's walking and then hello, welcome
Hello.
everyone to CNC in conversation. You know what's funny is I almost said in combination because I
Well, kind
glanced
of.
I glanced at our frame and that's what I saw in my head was combination. CNC in combination. No, that's not right. It's not
Well,
right.
it's not wrong.
It's true. We are combining forces and
We
combining
do
with a
like
guest.
we do like sushi Don's combo
Yes.
combination number 15.
I'm combo B. I am
Oh,
combo
combo
B.
B. Combo
Yeah.
B.
Yeah.
For some reason
Yeah.
I have that. I don't know what.
Because
How
it's
did I get
15. It's like
15?
15.99 or something. That's why. That's why.
Oh, it's more now.
It's even more than that. It was
It's a little bit more
13.99.
now.
It went up.
Well, inflation, everyone.
Yes. Also known as pandemic.
Mm.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Sushi Don, that sounds really good now. Thanks.
No. And they
Great.
close. They close too soon. Like
They're
we
closed
won't be
just
able to
now.
get.
They just closed.
Yeah.
They closed at 7.
Guys,
Sushi Don, if you're listening, if you're watching,
if you want to sponsor
please
us.
stay open till 9. Just 9. How about or 8? 8 would be great. Just let me go get my sushi.
Spicy tuna,
Ah,
sushi, miso.
damn it.
And it's Friday. Aren't we supposed to have sushi on Fridays? That was the
Right.
deal.
The good Catholics that we are.
Oh yeah. How's Lent going?
Yeah. I gave up Lent for Lent.
Somebody tweeted, "I'm giving up for Lent." Giving
Yeah.
up.
That's the same idea. Yeah. Yep. I give up. I give.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did, however, celebrate Mardi Gras because that's fun
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah. And thank you for that
That's the
king
start.
cake.
Oh man, right?
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Woo.
Pretty sweet. We each had a piece that night, and then I gave it all away to my sister because I
Yeah.
can't do it. Can't do it more than one night in a row.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, how was your week?
It was fine. It's been busy actually, which is good. And I think we're both tired and, we're ready for Palm Springs.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Funny you should say that. I've got my Palm Springs glass here tonight.
oh, cute.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you.
I do have a funny story that I wanted to tell you about that happened today.
I love
I
funny
was
stories.
this kid, it involves a child.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I was at the liquor store
That's not
picking
good.
up.
Okay, I already don't like this story.
I know, it's great. No, it gets better.
Okay.
Child at a
Good.
liquor store.
Okay, child at a
She's like
liquor
8
store.
or 9. 8
Okay.
or 9. She's waiting for her mom at the
Mhm.
counter. So they're checking me out. And she goes, "Oh, your hair's so cool." Because I don't know if you can really tell, but it's purple right now. It's like purple and black. And she was like, "Oh, that's so cool." She was like, "When I'm a teenager, I'm going to dye my hair burgundy with black streaks." She was like, "And I'm going to wear feathers and I'm going to wear fishnets." And I was like, I shook her hand and I said, "Welcome. Welcome."
You're a showgirl. We
I was like,
welcome
from
you.
one slut to another. You're going to have a
I hope you
joyous
said
life.
that. I hope you said that.
Her mom was looking for booze.
Yeah.
She's getting a little wisdom at the
Yeah.
counter.
I mean, I'm sure I've mentioned this, but when you started saying, little girl about 8 or 9 in the liquor store, it just immediately took me back to my childhood and my grandmother who lived in Hollywood off of Bronson and Franklin
Right.
would send me to the corner liquor store to pick up her vodka and her cigarettes. But it's okay. She sent me with a note, so they knew it was for her. It's cool.
That happened in Queen's Gambit too, and she was fine.
We turned out fine. It's fine.
Great.
I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Totally
it's
normal.
It's a great life. It's a great life. If you want to wear feathers and fishnets,
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Definitely sounds like part of our tribe.
I mean, totally. I mean, I'm kind of wearing fishnets right now.
You kind of are. I'm wearing quite the opposite. I'm cold, so I'm in like my cardigan and my silk
Cold
shirt.
all of a sudden. I had my windows open all day, and then I was like, "Woo!"
You would never know I was a showgirl. Not today. Um, I got to do something kind of cool this week. I was asked by my friend Jer to record a song, like a video of me singing, to be part of this fundraiser for. It's called for the Victory Fund, and they help sponsor LGBTQ candidates for all offices, like offices all across the board. From
Oh,
this is
cool.
was from city council on up to mayor, on up to wherever they can, governors, and it's a really great. Go check out Victory Fund. It very cool, and they're doing some really great work. I mean, it's all about like getting more representation across the board for everybody.
Awesome.
And this is a good time, I think, to do that, to get as many people in as we can, because I think we're in that kind of climate now.
Listen, both stories are welcoming diversity into.
That's right.
I'm welcoming the sluts into the world and saying
Yes.
it's okay. Don't be
okay.
shamed. And you're raising money for equality
This sounds about right.
in the workplace.
Sounds right. Yep, that's good. Yeah. We all have to do our part, Claudia.
I have done lots of parts for this cause.
Yes. Yep. I mean, we're just not talking about my part in that cause.
Yeah. Well, you have a sweater on.
Believe me, my hay is in the barn, as they say.
And set it on fire.
That's right. How about we bring our guest on?
Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, her name's right up there, so it's not a surprise. But she's a dear friend of mine. We have known each other for quite some time now. We'll talk about that. And you might know her from The Mick and many other TV shows and
tons of
movies
stuff,
and things. And she's an excellent singer. And I'm going to go on and on while I add her. There she is, Carla Jimenez. Hello,
the
Carla.
most luxurious hair, I have to say.
Always.
I was doing the research and I was just like, our fucking hair is just like
always.
Wonder Woman hair.
I know. We've always always, all of us have been like, what the fuck with your hair? Like, that's not cool.
No. I'm just jealous because my hair is straight and thin, and I have two sisters that have like your gorgeous hair like you, and I'm just like, God damn it.
What's your secret, Carla?
I steal the breath of young children. It makes my hair grow longer. And then I send them to the liquor store because
I was gonna say, I think I saw her.
Yeah.
Hi.
I would like to add though that Sushi Dawn should stay open until 9.
Thank you.
I love that place. So
right.
Sponsor.
Yeah.
Speaking of sponsors, a nice La Croix would go lovely. So La Croix, if you're listening.
We keep trying to get people to sponsor us. Maker's Mark, that's one. I keep trying.
Well, Topo Chico, they almost
Chico, they almost did it.
Yeah.
But we're, someday they'll sponsor us. They're gonna see. This
They're
is where,
Hey, Lori Fedor.
Yeah, she loves us
Lori
all.
Fedor?
You know Lori too?
You know
What?
Lori's I've known Lori since she massaged my quad in a show 20 years ago. I pulled a quad mid-show, and that's how we became friends, because that was her job at one point. And she came and she massaged me because I couldn't walk. I had a whole half a show to do.
Oh.
I know.
And I was a dancer.
Fedor.
How do you know Lori?
I know her from South Pacific in Glendale.
Oh, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's where I was doing Joseph at Glendale. And that's how we met.
We were back to back.
Oh, did you do Joseph too?
No, I did South Pacific.
Oh,
she was your back to shows.
It was
back
20 years ago.
Yeah. Yes.
years?
Yeah.
So
Holy shit, Carla.
I know, small world.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing we have in common that I found out. We have the same birthday.
That's right.
Are you May 14th?
May
Yeah,
14th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
We're
God.
all Tauruses. We're all
We're
May.
all Tauruses.
So we're,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. You're gonna have to
So we're
join in
casting
on
spells.
our monthly. We usually have every year. We celebrate our birthdays for a month. We start
Nice.
with mine May
Yep.
1st, and we go all the way to the end of the month.
I salute
So-
it. I
Oh,
totally
yeah,
support it.
you know, you and I usually end up doing that anyway, Carla, because we don't usually get together until the end of like May or sometimes June or whatever,
Yeah.
and we go, oh, we should really have some lunch. We'll make it a birthday lunch. Yeah, but-
Yeah, and then it's like June 15th, and that's
Yeah.
our birthday lunch.
right,
So,
exactly. We're not very good with time.
no.
No, but yes, all Tauruses. Watch out, world.
Oh, very cool.
And full
Yeah.
moon this weekend.
Is it?
Oh, really?
Oh boy. Oh
Oh.
boy. I don't think I can take a full moon this weekend. I'm not ready for a
It
full
might be
moon.
good. It's the last full moon of the winter.
Mhm.
Is it?
It's in
Time to
Virgo. I
recharge
don't know
my
what that means.
crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recharge your crystals.
Gotta lay them out in the full moon.
Yep.
Don't laugh. We're gonna do that now. I need all the help I
have-
can get.
I have crystals.
You have
Yeah.
lots of crystals. I know.
I
You
have
gave me a crystal
crystals.
too.
Not in front of me, but I got them. I'm wearing some. Wait.
I got crystal meth.
I'm gonna lay that out and
Lay it out.
bask in the moon.
I'm kidding. Okay, I don't have crystal meth. Okay. So I mentioned Carla. You and I have known each other. I'm gonna get off of that subject.
Yeah, let's get off of that. All right.
It's gonna take a bad turn eventually. You and I have known each other since the year 2000. The year 2000.
Ew.
When
Yeah.
you had been doing a show, I stepped into a show that you had already been doing.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave's messaging me, and that usually means that something's wrong with my sound. Carla's level
Technical-
is very low. Yours is low too, or Claudia is too high.
Oh.
Huh. Thanks.
Everybody
Thank you,
sounds fine to me, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, well, if
Well-
anybody else has some tech notes for us, please go to the comments. And let us know
Do
if
I
you can
need
hear
to
us.
speak louder?
I don't
I've
know.
never
That's
been told
me.
that before.
I know, right? You can
So-
go. My mic is up as high as it can go. So
mine.
unfortunately, that's it. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, though, Dave. I appreciate it. But we met in 2000 doing a show called Black Butterfly, Jaguar Girl,
Pinata woman.
Pinata Woman, and other superheroes like me, written by the illustrious Luis Alfaro.
with
Yeah.
3 poets from East LA.
3 poets from East LA. That's right.
Oh my God.
It was really fun. Really fun. It is. I got to be. It was a great. I mean, it was a great cast. I mean, you guys had already had Justina Machado was in the cast before,
Yes.
I was in
the
it.
orig- Yeah. Yeah.
and she is now on One Day at a Time. That didn't happen for me.
Yep.
Um,
It's not too late.
it's not too late.
It's not too late.
That's right.
Well, I'm not on One Day at a Time. I guess,
Yeah, but you
nothing-
were on, some shows, Carla.
Yeah,
You were on some shows.
but not that one. And that.
no, not
that's
that
the
one. But our friend Christina Malparo, Christina Frias, there were 3 Christinas on the show.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Thankfully, I went by Crissy, so I was less confused.
right.
And then Zila Mendoza. And we had quite a fun time, even rehearsing Corky Dominguez. And we had, it was so much fun. Dolores Chavez, part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
was
such a
beautiful.
good time.
I loved it. I had such a great time, and that was my first that show actually. I believe that show made me union because I answered an open call. This is
That's right.
when Justina was still in it.
Mm-hmm.
Before I got to meet you, I just answered an open call, and they happened to cast me, and then later when you came in, it was even funner, because you're there. And but it started I feel like it opened a door because then we became really good friends, and then we got to do La Posada because you knew La Posada.
Yeah.
And that was a show in Orange County.
Right.
And
Right.
that
And then
was
you stayed in and did that for a while until I came back I was out of the show when you started doing
Yeah.
it, and then I went back to the show so and we did it together, and then we did it up here in LA. But yeah, it was sort of one of those. Yeah, it was kind of a snowball, and I'm
That's so
still very close to Christina Malpero, and I'm still,
yeah.
we still keep in touch with Christina Frias and Zila, and of course Louise,
Yeah.
and it's yeah. So that's fun. I mean, it's hard to believe that was 21 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness. It really
Yeah,
flies.
Hard.
it
It
is
really
right when you
flies.
put it in those terms. That was a long time ago,
Yeah.
but yes. So I just we had to mention that how we met, and we've gotten to do Posada, we got to do Witching Hour together, we've
Yes.
gotten to do
Oh, Evan.
lots of fun things. Yep, Evan Schletter's Witching
Oh
Hour,
yeah.
one of the best Halloween shows, even though he doesn't call it a Halloween show. It's not a Halloween show,
No.
but no.
But
And hey, Carla, have you always performed? And are you from here?
so I was born in Westwood at UCLA, and grew
Okay.
up in Simi Valley. So I'm a total Valley
Oh,
girl, like totally. I'm like
yes.
4 years on. I know, 4 years old. We moved there, and yeah, and I always, I have three older sisters, but none of them. They're all creative. That's the crazy thing. Everyone is creative in their own way, but I was the only one that was like an actor. I was the only one that sang, and I just liked it. I kind of always knew before I knew that I was going to do this, because I was always, dramatic and doing stupid stuff and, making up stories.
That doesn't sound familiar at all.
One of my favorite things is I used to, because I watched so much TV when I was younger. I'm like, that I would go to the park with a friend of mine and reenact scenes from Miami Vice. Just because that's what you do.
Miami Vice.
Yeah, Miami Vice. Because what does an 8-year-old want to do? She wants to be a hooker or an undercover detective. In a
No,
park.
I would do the same thing with Beauty and the Beast with Ron Perlman. Like,
Oh, that
I
one.
was like, oh no, oh yeah. It's like, oh, I'm gonna fall in love in the sewer, and I've gotta manifest this somehow with some lion man. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, I was just making my friends do numbers from Annie.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Dances and everything. Yep. We had to do Annie. I'm a little older than you guys, okay?
Well.
Fine. A little bit. Yeah, that all tracks.
Miami Vice attracts.
Yep, I get it. I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
Scenes from Indiana Jones, Miami Vice.
Oh,
Oh
Indiana
yeah.
Jones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. Yeah, no, you were destined. You were destined to be the shining star of Simi Valley.
exactly. But
When did you so if Black Butterfly was your first union show,
uh-huh.
what was like your first professional show? Like aside from union, but where you got out and you were like, it was out not in high school, it was, something out where you had to audition and get into.
Oh.
Glendale Center Theater, South Pacific.
Well, actually, the road went like this. I went from Simi to Moore Park.
Oh.
To a vaudeville theater. So
You were in vaudeville?
I was in vaudeville.
Wow.
No,
You look so young.
So
She's eternal.
What? Well,
You're eternal. You're an
Yeah.
eternal.
There's a portrait of me aging somewhere. In that closet, so. No, I when I was 18, I started my first professional job was the Moore Park Melodrama, and they would do these shows, but they didn't have the rights to outright do Aladdin. So it was Aladdin and his magical lamp. And
It was Aladdin.
Exactly, Aladdin and Jasmine. So it was never quite on, but they had all these extra characters, and that's how they could cast the show bigger. And I got paid $10 a show, and very
right.
professional. I made a lot
Yeah.
of money, and $10 a show, and I had to work in the intermission. You had to have a job, so I would.
They made you work at the intermission.
They made you work. You made you work.
Oh my God.
But it was fun. It was actually kind of fun, and I mean, you didn't know. You don't know.
You're young. Yeah, you'll do anything when you're young. Yeah.
Slave labor. You'll just do it because it's
Totally.
fun. And then after the show, there was another 15 intermission, and then there was like an hour-long vaudeville musical type thing that had to do with the show. So the show was Aladdin. So the vaudeville thing was Arabian Nights. But we had everything. It ran the gamut from like me singing a song from Kismet, which is like all operatic-y and stuff, to Magic Carpet Ride was the song we like choreographed, we danced to end the show. So with strobe light. So I will
With strobe lights. Oh,
with
well.
strobe light because we were fancy. So,
Yeah. That's yeah. That's like special effects.
yeah, exactly. But it's amazing. There's like pockets of time. The melodrama is one where I worked there for a couple years, and then I moved on to Glendale. I didn't do much there, and then it was there, I think, around there that like I found the open call for Black Butterfly, and then that's when it was actually like I mean, Glendale was actually pretty professional.
Yeah.
Paid a little more. I think we got
That
25
counts.
a show. But
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
but equity wise, I would say it was Black Butterfly was the first, major
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. And I remember, I don't remember what show it was, but I do remember because I knew you then when you first started working in like TV. Oh, you got free soda, Lori, at the Glendale?
We did. We would
Lucky.
get cups. They would give you cups.
Oh.
Well, yeah, you'd get these cups and you could get like all the free soda you wanted.
That's right.
So that's part of your pay.
That was,
So you might have been making more like $30 a show
I mean,
if you drank a lot of soda.
Wow.
True.
Wow.
True. I'm gonna count for inflation. Yeah, 35.
But what was your first TV or film gig? Your first like out of the getting an
tell you my
agent and
first-
doing that.
My first thing I was given through an agent or manager, and then the first thing I actually did, because so working at Glendale, my last day working in South Pacific, I guess a manager came, and she was a very nice lady, and she owned an agency called the Mary Grady Agency.
Oh,
and it was in
I remember
Burbank.
them.
Hold on.
Wait, were
That's
you
my
with?
first agent.
What?
Yes.
My first agent.
Yes.
Are we the same person?
Why have you guys not
Claudia,
met before? I mean,
Carla?
guess you've
I
met.
don't know.
This is
Oh my
crazy.
God.
That's weird. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm very.
Yes.
Did
Yes.
she see
Yeah.
you in a Glendale show?
When I got there, no, I did like a mass mailing right after school. And they were in a transition because she had just sold it to who
Yep.
became my contact, Rob Pafundi. And so they were in a weird transition, but they called me out of the blue and they were like, "Are those your real lips?" And I was like, "Yeah, what?"
Are
they're
those
like,
your
"Well, there's a
real lips?
That's what they called me. They're like, "We got your thing. Are those your real lips?" I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, we want to meet with you, but there's a L'Oreal audition. They want somebody with full lips, but they have to be real if you want to go in." And so I was like, "Yeah." And then I got on a veil. I didn't book it, but I got on a veil, and then they signed me.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
Wow.
that's amazing.
it was very weird. Yeah.
So
Oh,
then-
that's so funny.
So then that means she found me a year before you because I think I had a full year with her before she sold the agency.
Okay.
So she the first
Yeah,
thing
because
I
it was
ever-
right about that time.
Yeah, it's so crazy. So the first thing I ever got was I was paid like $500. It was like non-union because I wasn't union yet.
Right.
And it was for a Tori Amos video. And but the thing is, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to be paid. But like, they didn't explain if I was going to be in it or not, which I wasn't. But I met her. But like, I guess they had hired a bunch of people that they were going to do different scenarios. It was for her song 1,000 oceans. So if you watch the video, it's all these different people in like bubbles. I don't know, it's weird. But I guess there was just, I don't know, whatever I was supposed to be, they just didn't need or want, or they had too much. So I spent the entire night in a parking lot in LA. And I was just like, getting paid. I don't know.
What do you
else
care?
to do? Yeah.
Wow.
So that was my first actual job I got. But then the first thing I actually did that's on film, and yeah, it was,
Yes, go on.
it was a detective show that aired in Russia, and it was called City of Angels with the irascible Sean Young.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
She's
Oh.
wow. Yeah.
That's a nice word.
Yeah. And so
Big fan.
I remember I had this audition, and like literally my audition was, I went to this office in Hollywood, and the guy kind of interviewed me, and he just asked me a couple questions. I don't think I even read. I think he just was asking me questions and stuff, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna hire you. And so I played.
They do things differently in Russia.
Yes, I guess in Russia. He was a very nice gentleman. He wasn't Russian, but he was very kind. And I played this maid who discovers a dead body, and then she holds the police off with a gun, and it was, yeah. I actually tracked this video down years later.
Why didn't you send us this?
Because no.
This is exactly what that kind of thing is for.
I don't know if I will burn it or keep it. I don't know yet.
Oh,
But
you keep
I
that.
Yeah, you got to keep it.
I had to see it, and I did, and now it sits forever. And maybe, like, you guys are in my inner circle. I think one day I might be able to show it to you. I don't know.
If you show us that, I'll show you my Target safety angel.
What?
I don't even think I know what that is.
I want to know what it is.
Industrial that I did for Target. I was the Target safety angel.
I
Yeah.
need to see that.
Yes, where I'm in the store.
Okay, we'll trade videos.
Being safe being safe. Yep, I sure do.
Let me just go back to
of course,
Mary
mine's on
Brady for a
VHS.
Oh, yeah, we got to find one of those.
VHS?
Right. Yeah, it's on VHS.
It took that long to travel to me. VHS. I had to remember what a VHS was, and then go,
Oh, VHS.
oh, VHS.
Oh, that. I remember those. My parents used to talk about that.
Before Laserdisc, but
Before Laserdisc. Yes.
Sandwich
for sure.
between Beta. Yeah.
yeah. I just want to mention a couple other people who are represented by Mary Grady at the time.
Oh.
Lou Ferrigno and Apollonia.
Wow. She really got around.
I think
Wow.
Michael Clark Duncan had left, but he was also. She said she
Yeah.
discovered him.
She discovered him. Oh.
Well,
Oh.
Yeah. And I went to, it was like, I think it was 2003. It was my first time going to Comic-Con, and Lou Ferrigno was there, and I was like, hey, we have the same agent. Like, let's take a picture. And he wanted to charge me like $25 to do it. And I was like, no, I'll just go to the office and like take a picture.
next to your picture.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
No, thanks. I'm not paying you. Dick.
Wow. Isn't that funny? Like those early days when you first, I mean, look, this is like exclusive to LA and probably New York and whatever, but when you first get an agent, you're so excited and you'll do anything and you're like,
Yes.
yeah, I've got my composite. Here's my composite to send out.
Yes.
Oh my
God.
Remember you had to have a composite because if
I
you were
never
doing,
had a
Yes.
composite,
you didn't have a
but
composite?
I didn't have a composite, but here's what I had: a photo series of which I still have a picture I call "Man of a Small Town" because I'm wearing something that has overalls, and they put glasses on me that are on the edge of my nose, and I'm like this. So I like to call it "Man of a Small Town."
That's very good.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to have on our show and tell day, we'll have to have pull out your old pictures and composites.
Find some of those.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So funny.
It was like, bad girl. Oh, girl next door.
Right.
Doctor.
I always wanted the tennis one.
Oh
There's always
yeah.
a tennis, a doctor, a cowgirl by a post.
Yeah.
Mine, for some reason, this photographer had me do like I was a server I was a server and somebody's grabbing my ass, like reaching their hand
Oh.
out to my ass. That was one.
So
The
you're
other was
Mexican,
like,
I mean,
yeah, me sitting there with a kid. I can only assume was no, it wasn't her kid. I don't know whose kid this was. She like maybe asked somebody at the park we were shooting in,
Yeah.
hey, will you let your kid's back be in this? And it's like me feeding the kid a French fry. Like, what were these poses? The last one was like me, I think with a book and pencil, like schoolgirl. Like,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
a
I don't
female
know.
photographer, and she was very nice, but I don't think she really thought it through, like
No.
what activities I should be doing.
Wow.
wait, Lori is asking what you did a show with Cheetah at the Taper?
Oh, yeah, I did House of Bernarda Alba.
Yeah.
Oh, you
And-
did? Oh, that's
Yeah,
epic.
It was all ladies. It was with Sandra Oh as well. And Cheetah. And Cheetah was so awesome. She was like the nicest woman.
my
She was so
gosh.
welcoming and like always. Yeah, it was really nice. It was actually a really good dynamic with everybody. And yeah, it was a beautiful show. It was a beautiful show. But
Yeah. I mean, how amazing to work with a legend like that, too.
yeah.
That's that's an idol right there. Like,
Oh god, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
oof.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently, well, I guess it's been a little bit now, but Cloris Leachman passed away, and you got to work with her
Yes.
as well on
Yes.
Raising Hope, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, the first time I met her, she was so cool. So everybody warned me about her, not in a bad way. They were just like,
Oh, I've heard stories like
We talked
great
about some of these on
stories
the
about
show,
her.
but yeah,
yeah.
all fun.
So I was kind of warned, like, oh, you know, she just says what she wants. I'm like, it's okay, you know, I don't care. Like, who cares? Say whatever you want around me. And so my first day on set was probably a 5 a.m. shoot. It was like 5 a.m. call. And I'm so excited to be there. And we're shooting at a park. And so we were in a parking lot in the trailers. And I go in the makeup trailer and it's 5 a.m. And I sit down and I'm getting my makeup done. And then I think she comes in right after. And, I'm just like nervous because I think, she's so awesome. And she's whatever. She's just being normal. Everything's cool. And I think she even says like, hi, hello. And I say, hi, I'm Carla. And I think she started asking me, because I was a little nervous because she was there. I think she started asking me stuff or saying stuff. And so I'm answering her. Then she goes, shut the fuck up. But she didn't say it like mean. And I started laughing. And I thought it was funny. And like, I think the makeup women were nervous or whatever. And I know after she left, like they looked, I go, oh no. I go, she's awesome. I'm like, I don't care. I work blue all the time. I don't care what she says.
Yeah.
And she was always so nice to me. She was always very complimentary whenever she talked to me. And I loved working with her, and the crew loved her. And yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Really,
I got to meet her a few times, and she was. I mean, batty is all get out, but yeah, I mean, always very nice. And I think I told the story about when we ran into her at up where you guys used to shoot, right? They up in for Raising Hope, up in
it's a Northridge area. It was
yeah, some
there's a
studio up there.
There was actually a studio there, a set there for them.
And Alina had an audition up there, and we were in the hallway, like I was, going over her lines with her, and Cloris Leachman comes over and she's like, let me run these with her, and takes the sides. And somebody else that we know had the same story. Like, she took the sides and started reading it with her and didn't give any advice or anything like that, just was like, okay, yeah. Fine.
Let me tell you my favorite story. So my favorite story, I was auditioning for the show. And since you know this, but I don't know if you've ever been there, Claudia, the way they had the studio, some of the people's dressing rooms, like Cloris Leachman's dressing room and some of the guest stars, they were actually in the production office, like just off of the
Oh.
So some people had trailers, and then like she had a room, and and it was, but Cloris's room was like, it where everybody's auditioning. So when I came to audition, it's me and a bunch of Latino women, because I'm auditioning to be a maid of this cleaning company. And I didn't, I'm trying to remember, oh, wait a minute.
Carla's glitching. Carla
is glitching. No. This is Carla glitch. No. This happened. Sorry. Cloris happened after I was cast, because I had the room across from her. I had a room across from her one of the times. Sometimes I was in the trailer. I was across from her. Sorry. This story I'm telling you, where I was like, it's a bunch of this is actually Amy Sedaris, which I'll go back and tell you.
Oh,
for Cloris,
another person I
was
love.
already cast, and I was in my room, and you can hear out into the hallway and everything. There's just a bunch of people, and I started hearing what sounded like an audition taking place. Like, I didn't know, and I kind of peeked my head out. Yeah, she's just having everybody audition for her, but.
Really?
That was her thing.
Notes. And
Yeah, that was her thing.
And I'm thinking, that's invaluable, because she's telling people your timing's here, this or that. She's not rude. She's giving advice.
It's just,
So I just thought that was the most amazing thing. That all these
unsolicited advice. Unsolicited advice. So that was her thing. Anybody who went to audition there had the chance of Cloris Leachman was going to read your sides with you if she was out there. Yeah. No doubt. I have heard several people with the same story.
Yes. Oh no, she did.
And Alina I remember Alina looking at me like, is this okay? I was like, it's okay. Trust me. This is okay. Yes. You read with Cloris, please.
Yeah. No, I wasn't fortunate. She wasn't there that day, but here's who was there. And I love her.
I do too.
I'm a big fan of her brother before I knew her, because I read his book. Yeah, because I was reading his book.
Yeah. He's hilarious.
For some time before I met her. And then
David Sedaris, for those who don't know.
What?
David Sedaris, for those who don't know.
Sedaris, yes. And I think Naked was the first book I ever read, and his stories are insane. One of my favorite books
Just amazing.
is Me Talk Pretty One Day.
Yes. So good. So good.
So good.
One of my
I love that book. Yeah.
So Amy.
And of course, the Santa Diaries.
Oh yeah, no. Santa Diaries. Holidays on Ice. Oh my God.
Oh, Holidays on Ice. Holidays on Ice.
Yep.
Yeah, but Me Talk
So
Pretty One Day, I think is
so great.
I think it's my favorite. But so Cloris wasn't there when I was auditioning for my part, but Amy was. And I already knew her from Strangers with Candy, and I loved Strangers with Candy. Yep. And I'm waiting, and she comes out of a room, and I think she's walking, and I see her, and I go, oh my God. I'm in front of her, and I go, oh my God. I go, can I just tell you how much I love you? And she goes, yes. And I go, okay, I love you. I think you're awesome. She's like, oh, thank you. And then she yells into the room, and this is me and all the Latino ladies waiting to audition. And she goes, hey, everybody, I got the part. The director said to meet me at midnight. Is that weird? I laughed. Everybody just kind of looked at her, and then she just kind of.
They didn't know who she was.
And then, it was just crazy. But I was like, I think she is absolutely fabulous. And then
she's a gem. Her Instagram is the funnest to watch.
I know. I follow her. I love her, and she. I ended up getting to do later on down the line. There was an episode where she got hired. She needed a job, and so she was working for the company that me and Martha Plimpton were working for. But she was such a she was so lazy, she didn't want to do anything. But I love Amy Sedaris. I think she's awesome.
Yeah, she's great. I have a couple of there's a couple photos that I wanted to show, and then just a couple, and then a couple of short clips that I'd love to share with everybody. Okay. So I'm going to go for photos first. There we go. All right, because we talked about it, we have to see this.
Okay.
So there it is. That's Black Butterfly. That was a cast of Black Butterfly once I joined it. So there's Carla. Little Carla. You were so young.
I was
You
10
were
years
so
old
young.
there. I was kidding.
Yeah, you were about 10. 12. You were 12. Don't exaggerate.
12. I was 12.
And this is Christina Malpero. And there's Zila Mendoza. That's me with a great look on my face. And that's Christina Frias. All, it's just fantastic. It was so much fun. Directed by Luis Alfaro. And great time. Good memories.
What year was that?
2000.
Yeah, 2000.
2000.
2000. And do you remember when we went to Fresno?
Yes.
Luis always meant, anytime I see Luis, this is his story about me, is that we went to Fresno. So Fresno, first of all, we're in Fresno to do the show at, I don't know, was it at the college? I don't even know. I think it was at the college. It was the weirdest gig, weirdest show. And we all had to stay there overnight, right? So we're all in this hotel in Fresno. There's nowhere to go. The only place we could go to dinner that wasn't fast food was Black Angus.
Oh my gosh,
So,
yes.
was it Black Angus? No, it was
Oh,
Applebee's.
Was it
Applebee's.
Applebee's? I thought it was okay.
I think it was Applebee's.
Okay.
He said online one time that it was Black Angus, but I think it was Applebee's actually. But anyway, we all go to this restaurant, and it's of course what it is, chain restaurant, and I insisted we get the blooming onion because I thought it was so funny. So we got the blooming onion with just the
That's
fried.
Outback.
Well, it's all. It wasn't Outback though that we had to, but Outback had it. Spoons had it. Everybody has it. The blooming onion. Yeah. So and Luis got such a kick out of that we actually ordered it and actually ate it. That's his. Yeah.
Because it's delicious.
Because it's delicious. Because we did it.
Yes.
Fried onions.
Then this is La Posada. This is.
Oh.
There you are. That's Carla right there. That's right, Cindy Lou Who. There is Sol Castillo
Totally.
and Denise Blasor
Denise. Yeah.
and Tiffany Solano. There she is.
Yay. That was so fun. Oh my god.
And then this, because I'm sure I showed that because this was Diane actually directed that version of the show. And that's when I joined back in to that cast to do La Posada, and Diane directed it, and so that was a fun time we got to do. This was actually Carla's birthday. Look how kind I was. How I blacked out.
My
here.
birthday.
Isn't that sweet? Also,
And my
it was also
birthday.
Claudia's. I mean Claudia's. It was also Claudia's.
Blacked out on what age I am. So, thank you.
Yeah. See how kind I was? Yes, but we wanted to throw Diane passed away last year, and it was very shocking to a lot of us. But so I thought, since we were talking about La Posada, she was the one who directed it that year. And then this I came across and thought it was so funny, so good, so good. There's Carla's. Yeah, it's a fan art.
Very
Fan
cool.
art of Carla in the Mick. Carla Jimenez.
Carla
I was like, they
Jimenez.
didn't spell your name.
Carla Jimenez. Not that big of a fan.
And the E.
Not that big of a fan.
I mean, kind of, sort of, almost there. I'll take it as a win.
Not a huge fan. Just a fan.
Kind of a
But
fan.
so kind that they took the time to draw the fan art. I will say that.
Maybe maybe their hand was just so tired from drawing that they were
It
just
could
like,
be.
"Oh, wait a minute."
It's Jimenez, right? Right.
Jimenez.
Or maybe they're dyslexic. We're making fun. Maybe they're dyslexic.
True.
We don't know.
Crissy,
I'm
why are
sorry.
you making fun of the dyslexics?
Because I have dyslexics in my home.
Oh.
Okay, so there you go.
Time to
Um,
get them out.
And okay, so I'm going to show the first clip I'm going to show is more recent. It's from the Mick. And this is I found this is like the best of your character. So I thought how appropriate that we're doing this. All right, there we go. Here we go.
This is the American dream, okay? To have everything you ever wanted and still be miserable. Ok, Mickey. ¿Quieres a bailar? Vamos a bailar.
Just soaks that rag in chloroform.
You brought this on yourself.
No, hey!
You need to bring Teddy up to the boom bang room and you need.
That mojito?
Yeah, it is.
That's my girl.
Go on. This is gone.
Oh my God. Kills me. Kills me. So funny. Was that must have been a fun show to work on for the most part.
It was so it was really fun. I had a really good time. I think creatively, like, I got to do so much really cool stuff that I've never done on film before. Like, it just, well, I mean, I didn't have a lot. I liked doing Nacho Libre. I thought that was really fun too, and it's in its own way of what I got to
What
do.
a coincidence. That's the next clip I'm showing.
Segue.
So here we
It
go.
seems to be like a ton of fun physical comedy that you got to do in the Mick. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, just from those clips, and that's awesome.
I didn't get to just like walk in and out and say something sassy as a maid. I actually did a lot.
You
of
were her
really cool
partner in
things.
crime.
Yeah. But
It's funny because I remember you telling me that you got this show and you're like, oh yes, and I'm gonna be the maid. I was like, oh, poor Carla has to play the maid again. But this was not. I mean, nothing like any other maid.
I don't think I told you when I told you that my audition consisted of what was ended up being the second episode where I was roofied. So I remember going to this audition going, so this maid gets roofied and taken to a rave, and I'm like, okay, I'm on board for this.
I was all in. Yeah. Once I saw the show, I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm all in with that.
Yeah, and they kept promising. Which they stuck to, was that, like, the further we got along and further the relationship was, the more like I would stop wearing that outfit because I would become her friend and I was kind of like a family member at that point. So yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff that.
Yeah, it was very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it was very cool. It was a funny show. Very funny show. Sorry, it's not going on anymore. But this I think a lot of people know you from Nacho Libre. Because it was a fun movie, really fun movie, and you're very funny in it. But that's, I think, the first time most people really saw you. So I would like to share this. I'm gonna do this first. There we go.
And this was shot in Mexico City, I believe.
That's right. Yes.
Or was this Oaxaca? No, Mexico City.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I forgive you.
Oh my God.
Come here, soldier.
How did you get up here so fast?
Secret tunnels.
Secret tunnels.
That was very Napoleon Dynamite of me.
Yes.
Some say wrestlers make bad lovers. That they save themselves for the ring.
Huh?
Oh, shit.
Party was lame.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh. I have a little side story about this about that tunnel.
Oh.
I when we were in the bottom and I was pulling him in and out, I was so like hopped up on adrenaline, so I was so excited to be working and doing the scene. And we did it for like a long time. And the next day, and my wrists are covered by the dress, but I remember going back and feeling like, oh God, my arms are like sore. And they were black from hitting the side of the wall, and I just didn't notice. Like it bruised so badly.
Oh gosh.
I didn't even notice because I was just so hopped up on like wanting to get the scene right and wanting to do it.
Oh man.
It was crazy. But
you suffer for your art.
I suffered, but it's okay. It's okay. Like it was so fun, and they were an awesome crew. Like Jack Black was so nice, beyond
Aw.
nice.
Yeah.
I liked working with him a lot.
Oh, good. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, this has been really fun.
I know.
So fun to talk to you. I mean, you know, for one, we never get to hang out, so that's one thing. But also, it's just fun to like, you know, hear your stories. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for doing this
Yes,
tonight.
thank you.
Thanks
so
for
fun.
having
Mary
me.
Grady for life.
What? Oh, Mary Grady.
Mary Grady for life.
Yeah.
You guys should get tattoos, like matching tattoos.
Oh, we'll get that. We'll get
The little logo?
The MG,
Yes,
MGA.
It was the comedy tragedy mask. That was the
Oh
logo.
my God, that's right.
Yes.
That's what the corniest logo ever for an agency.
Listen, I worked. They got me work.
I got work.
Oh, I remember. I had lots of friends with Mary Grady.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Can't say we didn't work. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us. This has been
All right.
lovely.
Thanks, Carla.
Thank you all out there for watching us. And don't
Lori.
forget, so Lori, thank you, Lori. Don't forget to please subscribe. Go to YouTube, Studio CNC. Find us on YouTube and subscribe, please. That's right. Follow everybody. There's Carla's information there. You can follow Carla too. And join us Monday morning for our Monday morning show at 8:30 a.m. Pacific. Except this week.
Thank you to Rich Morales.
Yes,
for
he does our graphics.
per
stuff.
usual.
Yeah.
And next Friday we're taking it off.
That's
We're
right.
not
We
gonna
won't
be
be here next Friday. Sorry. 2 weeks from now. 2
I
weeks from
will.
now. We'll be back.
I will.
Carla will be here though. So join Carla next week. Yeah, except that you'll probably take off and nobody will want to watch us anymore.
Of course.
We'll just let you host it. So from now on. All right. Thank you everybody and we'll talk soon. Goodbye.